In the sun-bleached cauldron of the Sonoran Desert, a blue-black shadow begins to stir. Across the baked sand, a female tarantula hawk wasp moves with terrifying purpose. Her wings flash like dark glass. Her orange antennae sweep the air. She is not searching for nectar today. She is hunting for a nursery. To most creatures, the desert floor is empty. To her, it is a map written in scent, heat, and vibration. Somewhere beneath these stones, a tarantula waits in a silk-lined burrow. The spider is massive, armored in hair and armed with fangs built for ambush. But the wasp carries something even more dangerous. Her sting is one of the most painful known in the insect world, a biological masterpiece of lethality designed not to kill, but to paralyze. In this brutal kingdom, motherhood begins with a hostage. The tarantula hawk does not build a soft nest. She does not gather leaves. She does not feed helpless young with tenderness. Her offspring require living meat, fresh and still breathing, preserved in silence until the moment they hatch. To create that future, she must find a spider large enough to feed one larva through its first dark chapter of life. Her body is small compared with her target. The tarantula can outweigh her several times over. One mistake could mean crushed wings, broken legs, or death between curved fangs. But the wasp is built for this precise nightmare. Her long legs keep her body away from danger. Her armor-like exoskeleton helps deflect sudden blows. Her venom attacks the spider's nervous system with surgical precision, locking the body while leaving the organs alive. This is the cold arithmetic of the desert. One mother's victory becomes another creature's living prison. Nearby, the tarantula waits at the entrance of her burrow. She is a patient night hunter, but hunger has drawn her closer to daylight than usual. Her feet read the ground through fine sensory hairs. Even the smallest tremor can reveal prey. A beetle crosses the sand. The spider shifts forward. But the tremor approaching now is not prey. It is a hunter wearing the shape of a jewel. Enter the tarantula, queen of the burrow, and silent executioner of the scrub. Her fangs can fold into soft bodies with brutal efficiency. Against ordinary insects, she is an apex predator in miniature, a patient ruler of the underground. The wasp lands a few inches from the tunnel. She does not rush. She circles. Her antennae tap the sand with careful, almost arrogant rhythm. The spider raises her front legs, exposing fangs polished by years of ambush. The warning is clear. Come closer, and the burrow becomes a grave. For a moment, the balance of power belongs to the spider. She is heavier. She is stronger. Her home is behind her. Every inch of this entrance favors the creature that knows its shadows. If the wasp stumbles into the wrong angle, the fight could end before the sting is ever delivered. Suddenly, the tarantula lunges. The wasp springs backward. Dust bursts between them. The spider's fangs close on empty air. The first strike has failed, but it changes everything. The spider is no longer hiding. She is exposed on open ground, pulled from the mouth of her fortress by her own aggression. A new shadow falls across the sand. Not from above, but from inside the fight itself. The wasp begins to test the spider's defenses, darting in, vanishing out, forcing the giant to turn again and again. Each movement steals a fraction of the tarantula's calm. Each dodge writes a message into the dust. The hunter has been made to move. The throne has become a trap. The first true clash is a blur. The tarantula strikes left. The wasp cuts right. 8 legs churn the sand. 6 legs skip between death and opportunity. The spider tries to pin the wasp beneath her body, using size like a falling stone, but the wasp refuses the center of the battlefield. She attacks the edges, the joints, the blind spaces, where power becomes slow. Here, the tables turn quickly. The spider lunges again, and this time one hairy leg sweeps across the wasp's body. For a heartbeat, the insect disappears beneath the giant. The desert holds its breath. The tarantula presses down, fangs searching for purchase. If she bites deep, the wasp's mission ends in the dust. But the wasp twists free. She climbs over the spider's leg with impossible speed, using the tarantula's own body as a bridge. The spider whirls, but her mass betrays her. She is built for ambush, not a spinning duel under the punishing sun. The wasp darts beneath the raised abdomen, then vanishes before the fangs can reach her. This is not chaos. It is measurement. The tarantula hawk is searching for one perfect opening. Her sting must land on the spider's underside, where the armor is weaker and the nerve centers are vulnerable. A shallow strike may only wound. A misplaced strike may invite death. The wasp needs precision inside violence. The spider rears up again, larger than life, a monstrous silhouette against the white-hot ground. Her fangs spread, her front legs hammer down. The wasp dodges by a hair's breadth, then circles behind her. The spider turns too slowly. Now the wasp commits. She dives under the tarantula's body. Her abdomen curls with ruthless control. The stinger drives into the soft membrane beneath the spider. For a fraction of a second, the two animals become one locked shape, predator and prey fused in the merciless cycle of the desert. The venom enters. The tarantula kicks violently. Her legs scrape trenches into the sand. She tries to bite, but her coordination begins to fracture. The command signals from nerve to muscle are being interrupted. Her body remains alive, but the authority over it is fading. The wasp leaps away. The spider staggers forward. One leg folds, then another. The creature that ruled the burrow collapses beside its own entrance. Her fangs are still present. Her bulk is still terrifying. But the weapon has changed owners. The tarantula is no longer the dark queen of this tunnel. She is cargo. For the wasp, the hardest labor now begins. She grips the paralyzed spider and pulls. The size difference is absurd. The tarantula is a living boulder, a hairy fortress dragged across open sand by a creature that should be too small to move her. But the wasp is driven by a force older than fear. She braces her legs, leans backward, and hauls the body inch by inch. The desert offers no mercy. Ants investigate. A lizard watches from a rock. Heat ripples above the ground. Any scavenger could turn this victory into a disaster. The wasp must move quickly, but quickly is impossible with such a prize. Again she pulls. The spider's legs leave trembling lines in the dust. The burrow waits ahead, dark and silent. The same entrance that once protected the tarantula from the world. Now it will become her prison. The power flip is complete. The predator's own home is being converted into a cradle for her enemy's young. At the entrance, the wasp pauses. The tunnel is narrow. The spider's limp body catches on the rim. For a moment, the prize will not fit. The wasp climbs over it, adjusts the angle, and pulls again with furious determination. Grain by grain, the sand gives way. Then the spider slides into darkness. Inside, the wasp lays a single egg on the paralyzed tarantula's body. It is small, pale, and almost weightless. Yet it carries the final sentence of this encounter. When the larva hatches, it will feed carefully, consuming non-essential tissue first, so the spider remains fresh as long as possible. It is a horrifying display of biological strategy, brutal and efficient beyond anything mercy could design. The wasp seals the burrow with pebbles and sand. No roar marks the ending. No blood stains the surface. Only a closed doorway remains, hiding one of nature's most chilling nurseries. The female tarantula hawk emerges into the glare. Her body is dusted with sand, but her mission is complete. She does not guard the chamber. She does not return with food. Her work is finished because evolution has already written the next act in darkness. Beneath the ground, the spider lies motionless, but alive. Above, the wasp lifts into the air on smoky wings. She will search for nectar to fuel another hunt. In some desert flowers, tarantula hawks act as pollinators, carrying life from bloom to bloom, even as their young depend on paralysis and death below the soil. This is the brutal paradox of the Sonoran world. Beauty and terror share the same wings. Days from now, the egg will hatch. The larva will wake beside a mountain of living food. The sealed burrow will become a nursery, a pantry, and a tomb. Eventually, a new wasp will rise from the darkness, push through the sand, and enter the furnace of open air. The tarantula's empire has fallen silently. The desert remembers nothing for long. Wind smooths the drag marks. Heat erases the battlefield. And somewhere beyond the stones, another female wasp is already searching, ready to begin the merciless cycle all over again.